how were you approached and your story? How did that all come about?
I met Moises by accident. I think it was serendipity. I was visiting a friend and she was sent to interview Moises, and we just started talking, and I was so humbled by his story. I realized there was so much about immigration that I didn't know, and I wanted to learn more. And so that's where the journey started.
Well, the story talks about being only a DACA recipient, but also being queer in America. How much of yourself did you feel like you gave? Like, it's just so emotional. Like, you're torn between two communities. What was the process for you?
Well, the process for me was about liberation. You know, it was about breaking the dictatorship of silence that exists around LGBTQ people and undocumented immigrants. So for me, what this film is about is that we're done hiding. We're done just surviving. We are ready to thrive. We are here. We're queer, and we're not leaving. So.
Well, what I love about this series is that you reflect two different communities, and two communities that are conflicting too, because growing up in society, it's difficult to kind of also be queer in America. When you guys were doing the series, how did you balance out the two different communities to kind of showcase your story?
Do you want to speak?
It was very difficult at first to find a balance to those stories, but ultimately we found in just telling who Moises was as a person, the story of queerness came out, and then it was very important to define undocumented and what it was to be undocumented in this country, and that we didn't really have to emphasize telling the story of what it was to be queer, because telling Moises' story told that story.
Well, it's a fantastic documentary. Congratulations on how important this story is, and like your life. Because you guys are like, it's on part of Netflix, how important is it to have on such a mainstream Netflix branch? The platform. Netflix is such a huge platform. Can you tell me why it's so important? How important it is? Like, this is the platform we wanted to use.
You want to, yeah.
I was going to say, I don't think we're using Netflix just yet. The film is on Logo. The film airs on Logo Networks. For now, it might be on Netflix at some point, but right now it's on Logo Networks. And what was really important about this film for our network in particular is that we're trying to talk about the intersections of people's lives. You know, people are not just one identity. They may be gay, they may be trans, but they're also undocumented. They are also socioeconomically challenged. They are also differently able. They are black. So I feel like it was really important for us that when we talk about how both of these communities come together, you can no longer separate vulnerabilities. Like, we can't play vulnerability gymnastics with people anymore. People's lives are impacted in equal ways. And that's what was so unique about Moises' story. And at the same time, after airing it, we realized how many more students in particular are in his exact same position. And that's why it was important to us.
Thank you so much. It was so wonderful to hear your story. Thank you.